Hey guys, what's up? Adam Kovic here. Now, recently, Far Cry 3 came into the hands of a lot of lucky press people, us included, and we had a chance to play the game and give you kind of our thoughts of what we think in preview and review form. Now, chances are you probably haven't heard much about Far Cry 3 other than, yes, it's a sequel to Far Cry 2. You may recognize this guy in the box with the mohawk and the red shirt, and maybe you've seen a quote here or there like, it's Skyrim with guns. I mean, seriously, who would say such an awful quote? Well, at the very least, the person's identity who said that strange quote is protected.
Feels like Skyrim with guns.
Fuck. Okay, yes, hi. Hello, I'm the jackass who did say that Far Cry 3 is like Skyrim with guns, so basically it's like Fallout, right? Well, no, not really, unless you really want to disregard 4 years of improvement in combat and environmental design from Bethesda, then yeah, sure, okay, it's Fallout on an island. Well, before we go any further, let's just take a look at this. Look at this guy. He's in a foreign country. He's probably jet-lagged. Clearly not a professional in any way, shape, or form, but look, he's excited. And excited people tend to say really dumb things, especially when trying to say something nice.
Feels like Skyrim with guns.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment.
So this guy, this journalist, not really, just finished playing a Far Cry 3 demo for about 30 minutes here at Gamescom, and clearly really liked what he played, so much in fact that he immediately compared it to a game, one of his favorites from 2011, Skyrim. So yeah, silly on my part, but I still stand by what I said, and hopefully today I can show you a little bit of what I meant by that very, very strange statement. So right here we have some footage, about 20 minutes or so, of random Far Cry 3 gameplay. This is just from one session on the PC. And I was just trying to showcase some of the random elements that you find on the island. In fact, that's actually what this video was originally supposed to be. It was just me getting lost, just finding random objectives and just kind of having fun with the game. But then I started seeing the Skyrim comparisons the more I played, and I really saw that magic. The stuff you find when you play modern Bethesda games. Now, I wouldn't call the two games identical, not by a long shot, but the similarities are there. Just a couple examples that I found were things like harvesting plants, looting, hunting animals, using a bow and arrow for stealth, crafting items to make potions for health and other buffs. And while there isn't really any magic in Far Cry 3, there is a flamethrower that has a very familiar effect. And even one of the biggest, if not the most obvious comparison, is that Far Cry 3 is a skill tree that uses single points that branch off into more powerful abilities. It's something you don't really see in a lot of first-person shooters, especially traditional ones, and it makes Far Cry 3 a lot more unique than your typical shooter. And I think what Ubisoft has done is kind of tricky in a very good way. They've showcased Far Cry 3 like it's a typical first-person shooter for the COD kids, when in fact it's nothing like that at all. The game is about survival in an open world with lots of little distractions to keep you on a path that's unique to you, and to me, that's pretty much what Skyrim was. It was a bunch of little distractions that kept me entertained. Anyway, there you go. That's about what a random 30 minutes of Far Cry 3 looks like compared to Skyrim. But the silly question still persists. Does that quote make any sense? Is it really like Skyrim with guns? Yes. It is like Skyrim. Is it Skyrim with guns? No. But I imagine that if, say, Bethesda wanted to make an action-y shooter one day with some RPG elements, this is what it would look like. That quote just doesn't really work well on a billboard. But I really hope you just get what I was trying to convey from my tiny childlike brain all the way back at Gamescom this year. Far Cry 3 is more open and dynamic than it's ever been, and while it's not really an RPG in the traditional sense of the word, it's pretty damn close. Either way, I hope you guys give the game a try. I really think you'll enjoy what you play. It's one of the best games that I've played this year, and I highly recommend it. Silly Skyrim quote withstanding. Thank you again for watching. See you guys around. Bye.
It's that time of year again. Join us for the 2012's Inside Gaming Awards on December 8th. It all goes down at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time only on machinimalive.com. And don't forget to cast your vote for this year's Gamer's Choice Award.